Okay, I'm really excited about today's project because I'm going to be taking this $10.99 grocery store wreath, which is still real, but it's not jazzed up at all, and we're going to make it a little more festive. So let's get started. Okay, so this wreath is fine. I mean, I could totally hang it up. It's really nice. I mean, aside from the fact that the needles are just falling off of this. I don't know if when I got it, it was already kind of old or what, but there's gonna be a lot of cleanup. It smells amazing though. So, you know, if you wanna just live vicariously through this video, light a balsam and fir or whatever it's called, candle and join me in smell-o-vision. But what I wanna do is go around my yard and collect some other evergreens that I can add to this. So we're gonna take this apart and just pretty much make a whole new wreath. Okay, so in addition to my store-bought wreath, I have collected 4 different kinds of greens that I can add to it. I have, I think, based on the spikiness and the general shape, I'm pretty sure that this is a Norway spruce, so we're gonna have to be careful with that one, but it just looks so nice. I also have a cypress of some sort. I think it is a mop cypress. It's like a weeping cypress. So that adds a slightly lighter green to it. I've got some holly, and my neighbor was kind enough to let me take a couple of cuttings from that. And then I also have some white pine for, you know, just different texture. So I'm really excited about that. In addition to your extra greens, you're gonna want to have wire cutters, and since we have the Norway spruce, I'm gonna use some gloves and a glass of water because, girl, you need to hydrate. Guy, friend, you need to hydrate. Right now, go get a glass of water and then come back. Okay, so what I'm gonna wanna do first is actually just make piles of all of the kinds that I have. So I'll have 5 piles. And, oh, I've got an inchworm. What else do I have? The joys of getting things from outside. Hello, sir. Would you like to go back outside? You're so cute, but I don't want you on my wreath. Can you see him? Okay, we have returned the inchworm back to its homeland. And what was I saying? Oh yes, basically I'm going to be taking any of the larger branches and just cutting them down into slightly smaller sprigs because what we want to have is little bunches that we can then use to encircle our wreath. So that's what we're gonna do. Cut these down, take apart the original wreath, and make 5 little piles of greens. Oh, man. I mean, I've got all my pieces. I'm really excited about that, but what I'm less excited about is the sheer amount of needles in this room. Like, I mean, Cleanup's gonna be fun. All right, anyways, deal with that later. We're now left with a circular wire that's much more heavy duty. It has been welded together, I think, and this will be our base. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take pieces from each of the piles and make little bundles, which we will then take the little bundles and start adding them around the circle. So I have pretty much finished the bundles that I can make. I've got some extras in this basket over here, but now I'm gonna just clear up my space because, guys, the sheer number of pine needles that came off this original wreath is alarming. Alarming. I could like glue it all together and make a whole tree from it, I think. And I'm covered in sap from the white pine. I feel a bit like Clark Griswold when he's come back from getting his tree and he's sticking to everything, his wife, the lamp. He's a hot mess too. We've got our bundles, which are losing pine needles as we speak as well, but now we can start adding them to our ring. Okay, so my wreath is nearly complete. I'm just gonna add a bow at the bottom. I have an area that's a little sparse. It happens sometimes. So I'm gonna fill it with a bow. I think it needs to be smaller. I normally do this. I don't think I twist it. I think that that's somebody else's idea and I don't like it. All right. Yeah, the twisting is making it a hot mess, so forget that. No more twisting. Oh. Okay. Through. And we'll get another. I'm just gonna tie it back here because I'm a little bit over it at this point. It's fine. We're fine. It's all good. I'm just tired. Just tired. Well, I'm covered in sap and the entire room is covered in pine needles and evergreen bits, but you know what? We've got a wreath. And it is full of lots of textures and different shades of green and bits of red from the holly and a nice little bow at the bottom. And I can't wait to put it on the door. Do I think I want to do this again? I'm not really sure right now. Mostly, I think I'll just choose different kinds of evergreens and I'll make sure that any wreaths that I buy are not shedding from the get-go, because when I tell you there are pine needles everywhere, I am not kidding. All right, I'm gonna go hang this on my door to welcome all of our Christmas guests. But if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, make sure you stick around. Click subscribe, hit the like button, and I will see you next time. Bye. There's just so many needles.